Guys, just doing a sound test here. Just let me know if you can hear me. Sweet. Okay, we can hear each other. There's about 30-second delay. Okay, this is a bit weird. I've never done a live stream this early in the year, but considering our situation at the moment, yeah. So I guess the whole point I wanted to actually kind of run this stream is just to get an idea of how we want to actually do this, because I know right now there's probably, I can recognize some names here, which is really cool to see again. So yeah, how do we want to do this? Like, because I've got to run a tutorial for my own class as well. Okay, so we got questions as well. First question straight away, externals. Man, you're already preparing for externals. To be honest, externals, got no idea what's going to happen. Like, literally no idea. That's all I'm going to say. I guess, look, I'll be honest, like, the whole reason why I popped online was because I'm kind of free. I'm not free during the daytime, because during the daytime I'm pretty much busy with my kid. So that means the only time I can actually kind of do some sort of teaching is, after she comes home and my kid goes to sleep. So it's late in the night. So this is usually the time I'm looking at. So around like 9 to 10, and probably just heading late into the night. I'm gonna put that internals in the no idea box as well. Okay, so Jonathan, thank you for that. That kind of starts helping me just in terms of what you guys want to cover. So I'm gonna level 1, level 2, level 3. So we got some people wanting some trig. I know that somebody asked me earlier about level 3 trig. Sweet friction. Yeah, chain rule. I don't completely get that. Chain rule, that's in level 3. Okay, level 2 trig internal. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen with your guys' internals, man. Like, crash course on subjects. Level 3 calculus complex. Okay. Yeah, it's already coming into like 3 different categories already. Level 3 simultaneous equations. Oh, that's actually one of the internals. Yeah, I remember now. Level 2 calc. Yeah, because I actually remembered I don't actually have any calculus videos at level 2. So I could actually be working on some of that as well. Like, yeah, so I guess what I wanted to ask you guys was, like, do you guys prefer what we did for the externals, like last year, where I had like level 1 for a couple of days, and then level 2 for a couple of days, level 3 for a couple of days? Logs, that's going to be under level 2. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you guys that are asking on the chat here. I've already got videos for. I guess I just need to figure out how to. I've got a website, but I haven't actually worked on it in like forever. So yeah, I'll probably kind of do some work on the website as well, so that you guys don't have to keep looking for the same stuff. Because sometimes people just ask the same things again and again. Like, somebody just asked for logs. Like, I got a whole playlist on logs for about like 10 videos. Cool. So I think that's a good idea. What we'll do is split them up the days. So we've got some level 2 tutorials, level 1, level 3. I've got to teach a year 10. That year 10, my year 10 numeracy group, I'm gonna work with them in the around 3 p.m. So basically that's gonna be at 3 p.m. That's just for year 10. And then for people that are doing level 1, level 2, level 3, this is gonna be between, this is late night. So 9 to 10/11 p.m. B-Core, I have got no idea about Calculus Made Easy book, because I guess I need to actually see inside the book to actually see. Graphical methods, internal harsh. Okay, yeah, graphs, we can add that. Yeah, so I mean, right now, as you guys can see, like just looking at level 2, there's like five kind of topics that I need to cover there, because that logs is basically algebra. All right, because people are doing different types of internals, and because we actually don't know when we're actually going to go back to school, would it be better for me to just cover level 2 in a different way, where basically covering everything in level 2, if that makes sense? Yeah, there's a few good books, workbooks that are out for calculus at level 3. I think Walker Maths actually released one, but I don't know if they're available on the shops to buy at the moment, considering the situation we're in. Okay, Angelica, if you want internals, then you've got all the blue here is going to be your internals. Level 3 triggers internal, simultaneous is internal, and then external is your those ones there. Salty, I've got a whole lot of like the entire series of videos there for level 3 with revision. Could I take you through New Lake, Jonathan? I think you remember the situation last year where just because of copyright issues, like yeah, like I need New Lake's permission to actually go through those questions. I'd have to email them to find out if it's all right, because yeah, it's just copyright issues, man. Otherwise, I don't mind. Yes, thanks, Guion. That's another good resource as well. Okay, so I guess the next question that I'm going to ask you guys is that, I mean, I don't see anybody coming for level 1 here at the moment, so that's kind of good. Then we could actually just focus mainly on level 2 and level 3. That just means that there's a bit more time for you guys that I could spend on level 2 and level 3, because I guess level 1, they don't really understand what's happening at the moment. Some of them has probably not even sat one internal yet. So in that case, I'd say let's can level 1 and just focus on level 2 and level 3. Yeah, probability. Probability. I can try Deldris, but yeah, it's just I haven't done probability in a while. But I don't mind trying, giving it a go, because got nothing to lose at the moment. Okay, so just kind of recapping, what we'll do is between 9 to 10/11, we'll actually start working on level 2 and level 3 stuff. And what we'll also do is I'll probably kind of have to do it in. I'm just trying to think how we do this because I might just choose a couple of days. We'll nominate a couple of days for level 2 and level 3. And then, yeah, we'll go with that after that. Like, basically, I'll say, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday. So let's go Monday level 2, Tuesday level 3, Wednesday level 2, Thursday level 3. Yeah, don't expect me to, well, can't really, I don't even know. Fridays are going to change, man. It's not like we're going out on Fridays or Saturdays or anything. So let's just keep these 4 days for now. All right, so Monday, Wednesdays we'll go with level 2. Tuesday, Thursdays we'll actually go with level 3. You know, and in terms of topics, guys, what I will do is I will give you guys a bit of a heads up, because, or what would be actually really useful is if you do have any kind of like questions, just if you take screenshots of it and send me those questions, then I'll just cover it during the tutorial. So like I'm thinking, Jonathan, you're level 2, is that correct right now? Because I remember you being level 3. I can't remember, man. Jonathan Watkins. Anyway, I think, yeah, some of you guys have already sent me questions last year and you guys know how it works. So just best thing is like drop an email at mathsosc@gmail.com. Like, just start dropping your questions in that email, and I'll start actually working through them. Okay, so you're level 2 this year. Yeah, sweet. So again, as I said at the start of the stream, I'm not really sure. Like, I'll be brutally honest, I've got no idea what's going to happen with NCA this year and how externals, internals are all going to happen. But what I do want to do for you guys is just kind of continue the working with you guys on these topics. All right. Now, one thing I'll say to you guys is this: if you are, yep, I'm still on Facebook and Instagram as well. Yep. So I think if you look up the Infinity Plus One, yeah, I think I put it up there. Same with Instagram. Yes, Harsh, I'm no longer in a senior college. I'm no longer head of department in maths. I've actually moved across the road to Ormiston Junior College. So I'm just a learning designer there, looking at some projects and yeah, just kind of messing around with some cool stuff there. So yeah, that's why I'm a little bit out of the like, I'm not sure what the senior colleges are doing at the moment, because this is all brand new for everybody. Friction, I couldn't get those. I couldn't get that name at Facebook or Instagram. I had to put the in the front, unfortunately. No idea, Micah. Like, I mean, this is how do we put this? This is really unknown territory for all of us. So, I don't know how things are going to change. Like, and I don't want to speculate as well. Yeah, I was a bit late in that game, Friction, because I just couldn't. Like, I mean, I had the channel running ages ago, but I never got the socials kind of sorted till quite recently. I'll be honest, man. I just like, I finally gave in, and I spent some time this morning downloading TikTok and finally watched some videos. And I'll tell you what, it's a bit of a you just don't realize how much time you can waste on a day. Good fun, but yeah, definitely good bit of laughs there. All right, guys. So I guess, just kind of looking at it, this was always going to be a short little stream because I just wanted to kind of get a lay of the land of how, and what are we going to do, how are we going to do things moving forward. So I guess tomorrow is Wednesday, which means we are kicking off with level 2 tomorrow. So yeah, and as I said before, even though I'm doing level 2, and you might not be doing, say, for example, you might not be working on systems of equations. And that could be because friction. I think that's because, yeah, it just maybe hits or whatever, man. So yeah, so even though if I'm like tomorrow, for example, for level 2, I could be working on trig, but I would strongly recommend you guys to actually come and join the even though if you're not learning trig in your internal right now, because the stuff you're going to learn here, like I want to try and teach you guys everything you need to know at level 2 to kind of survive at level 3. Hey Mike, welcome, man. It's good to see you here. Mike, what a story, man. You got an amazing story there. Cool. And as for the level 3 guys, as for you guys, like, look, as I said, I don't know again how universities are going to be dealing with this, but again, you might not be doing calculus. You might just be doing like a modified course in your school without any externals. But again, I'd ask you guys to actually attend the tutorials, because what I'm going to do is I'm not going to like rush through like how I do with the externals. I'm literally just going to go through piece by piece, give you guys some questions to kind of practice, and just kind of just work with you guys at a slow pace. All right, but at least the way I see it is that you guys get at least a couple of hours of some decent help available for you guys on. Well, not decent help. I mean, what I mean is like on top of the help you're getting from everywhere else. Alan, yeah, that is my next step to actually create a TikTok account. But looking at the videos there, man, there's some amazing videos there. It's like I'm gonna be so behind with my basic videos here. Cool. In saying that, if there are any final questions, just pop it on the comment section, guys. Otherwise, we kick this off tomorrow with level 2, and we're going to be starting off with trig, according to this. All right, so we do some trig tomorrow and just cover some basics of trigs, and do like a couple of internal problems towards the end. Just some ideas of what they could potentially give you guys like. All right. So I'll just hang around for another 5 minutes if you have any questions, and then I will kind of leave you guys to it. I know it's only day 1. Yeah, of course, Friction. You can send me questions, man. Like even if there's a year 9 in there watching in here, then feel free to send questions. All right. Damn it, Johnny. I'll give it a go, Johnny, because like I said to you, I have not done scholarship calculus since Tokyo Drift. That was a long time ago, but I'm willing to give it a crack. Salty, it depends, because like I mean, if your algebra is weak, I'm going to be honest, all the 3 externals are going to be challenging. But if your algebra is good, then there's no such thing as a challenging one, because every year they change the papers in such a way that that they might actually make 1 year the complex numbers was like, for example, complex numbers last year was really easy. If you ask like people that are in uni right now who did level 3 last year, they'll say complex numbers was one of the easiest papers last year. Yeah, sure, Friction. I got nothing to do right now, so yeah, send me a question. See if we can try and actually answer it. Just gotta paste it. Give me a second. Let's see. Is my OneNote? Oh, damn it! OneNote's not in here. This is gonna be a pain. That's annoying. Actually, new laptop, Friction. Give me a second. Just need to think about how we're gonna get this question out. Because I've got a second new laptop and I haven't got set up things, but let's see. Joanne, I know that comment is actually hidden, but I fully agree with what you're saying. Okay, let's see if this works. Did you send it to Matt's OSC? All right, no worries, Friction. I got your question here. Just trying to figure stuff out. Was that you asking about statistical inference? Or was it somebody else? Okay, if somebody else asked me about statistical inference, I'm going to tell you guys this. Statistical inference, there's an amazing stats teacher who's put up some videos up on her channel, which I will send up, see if I can put a link. Give me a second somewhere. Where do I find it? Oh, you sent it to Facebook, Friction. Okay, give me a second, man. Oh, no worries, Jesse. All good. Come on. Okay, let's see. We got a question. What topic was it, Friction? Johnny, I'll ask around, but I think there is another maths teacher called Bex Maths. I'll put the links up on the channel chat very shortly. Just, yeah, my machine here is fairly getting tired now. I think this machine is like dying, but... Yeah, sorry, Friction. My I think I do need a new tablet, man. This tablet is just dying. Can't actually cope with a couple of windows open at the moment. Oh, this question. Yeah, I remember this. Alright, Friction. This is a level 3 question, right? Oh, come on. Work use. Okay. Yeah, don't worry, I'll have this set up next time so it doesn't take this long. Not sure, Johnny. Like, I don't think anyone is sure of what's happening at the moment, man. Cool. So guys, I know I'm just kind of randomly doing this question for Friction at the moment. Like as I said to you guys, if you need to take off today, that's absolutely fine. Tomorrow I will start with level 2, and level 3 is kicking off on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, so let's just see how these 4 sessions go first, and if the demand actually increases, then I'll increase the times and dates as well. But you know, just kind of starting off slowly, just as we try and figure stuff out. Cool. Okay, so Friction, let's actually do this question. It's good to be back doing this stuff, man. Thank you for this question, appreciate it. So what you got is, first thing to look at is that you've got V, which is K plus I, and then you've got U, which is 3 minus 2I. All right, now it's saying that V divided by U is purely real. So let's actually do that, do what V over U is. So I'm gonna get K plus I divided by 3 minus 2I. Okay, so remember that you gotta what do you call it, rationalize the base. I'm starting to forget all these terms now since I've been to junior, but basically it's just multiply by 3 plus 2I, and also the numerator by 3 plus 2I. Yeah, it's not too bad, Jesse. There's only like so many things that those level 2 trigs they could actually ask. Okay, so anyway, going to here, you've just got 2 quadratics there, man. So you've got the numerators multiplying each other, and the denominators multiplying each other. So k times 3, you've got 3k. K times 2i is going to be 2ki plus 3i. Because I times 3 is 3i, and then I times 2i is 2i squared. And the whole thing is divided by 3 squared minus 2 squared I squared. So you don't know what conjugate is. So anytime you want to get rid of a I in the denominator or a square root in the denominator, you actually multiply by the opposite symbol of it. So for example, if you have like 1 over 3 plus 2i, then if you want to make that denominator a real number, what you have to do is you got to multiply by 3 and 2i, but instead we're going to put that as a minus. And we also got to multiply the numerator as well. So that actually makes the number in the denominator a real number. Okay, next question I'm going to ask you, Friction, is that do you know that I squared equals -1? Have you done that, covered that yet, or? Because the next thing I'm going to show you is that, you know, if you do remember, this is something that you should know from before, that I squared is equal to 1. Sorry, I squared equals to 1. Good God. -1. Let me write that again. Can you multiply a surd with I? Yeah, you can, but it depends. I mean, if there's surds in the denominator, then you multiply by surds, but otherwise you multiply with I. So in this case, I've got I squared equals -1, so that part there is going to be -1. That part there is going to be -1. So what I end up with is I've got 3k plus 2ki plus 3i plus 2 multiplied by negative 1 divided by 9 minus 4 multiplied by negative 1. Okay, so friction, doing that part, so I've just kind of like jumped a step here, because if you have 3 minus 2i times 3 plus 2i, because when I do 3 times 3, I'm just going to rewrite that as 3 squared. So it's just a shortcut of actually writing it. Jesse, this is, look, I'm going to be doing some algebra as well, but I'm going to be kind of starting off slow right from the beginning and just work through the whole thing with you guys till you guys get back to school. Yeah, thanks, Luis. Now, Joanne, I made a mistake with that. I squared is equal to negative 1. So yeah, anyway, you got 3 times 3 is 3 squared, and then the 3 plus 2i, it's going to be positive 3 times 2i, and then you've got the minus 3 times 2i. So that's why I didn't bother writing it, because that part is equal to 0. And then finally you've got minus 2 squared I squared, because 2i times 2i is 2 squared I squared. Okay, so once we do this, what we then have to do is we basically just start simplifying things. So we're going to get 3k minus 2. Now this minus 2 is actually from here, because 2 times negative 1 is minus 2. Plus 2ki plus 3i. And that whole thing now is actually divided by 9 plus 4, which is equal to 13. You with me, Friction, so far? Now, if you go back to the question is saying that this number is actually purely real. If anytime they say something like this, if they say purely real, I'm going to kind of come down here, that means the imaginary part is equal to 0. Okay, so if the imaginary is equal to 0, this complex number here, I'm going to split it into real part and imaginary part. So my real part is going to be 3k minus 2 over 13 plus 2k I plus 3i over 13. So this part right here is my imaginary part. No, we don't actually say I is equal to 0. The imaginary part is equal, oh sorry, when I think when you say I is equal to 0, I'm thinking the imaginary part is equal to 0. Okay, so if the imaginary part is equal to 0, then what we have here is we've actually got 2ki plus 3i over 13 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to show you guys the couple of ways of really solving this real fast. Some people, what they do is they go straight from this step and just say 2k plus 3 equals to 0. And the reason they do that is because first thing they do is they take out the I, the imaginary part, the I out. When they take out I, it's going to be 2k plus 3 over 13. And that's what I kind of was going to show here, but I'll show you guys what happens. So I take out the I, then I'm going to get 2k plus 3 over 13 equals to 0, and then 2k plus 3 equals 0 times k divided by I, which is all equal to 0. So that's how I get that whole 2k plus 3 equals to 0 straight away. So once I get that, just rearrange it. K is equal to minus 3 over 2. I'm just trying to think what type of question this is from the past. It could be, I'm just thinking, is it an achieved or is it a merit question? I need to go back and look at some of the old papers to actually try and see whether this was an achieved or a merit question. Yeah, so just a couple of things for you, Friction, is this. When they say purely real, that means the imaginary part is equal to 0. Okay, so just kind of some notes here. So purely real means imaginary part is equal to 0. If they say purely imaginary, then the real part is equal to 0. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, that should have been 13. Oops. Mistake. Yeah, careless mistake, man. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, that's easily to. Yeah, that was my bad, man. Sorry about that. Bit of ring rust there. It's been like, I think I checked when I did calculus last. It was about 3 months ago, actually, 25th of November. Cool. So yeah, so if you have any more questions like that, Friction, just yeah, send it to any one of those socials or the email, and then we can kind of go through it during the tutorial sessions. It's Jesse. It's actually been kind of relieving, actually, to be honest. It's been a lot of fun. Like, I guess because stepping away from NCA and I don't have to kind of worry about assessments and yeah, no worries, Friction. Yeah, stepping away from assessments and just kind of teaching for the fun of it is actually a lot of fun. But it's also given me kind of perspective on like a lot of people still kind of email me and ask for help, and I try and do what I can. But yeah, definitely having fun at the junior college for sure. I think maths wise, it's sometimes I forget how because you know I've been working for like 7 years at senior college, and yeah, like just been doing assessments and NCA all the time, and then going to junior college and like kind of just doing like fun stuff like fractions or like just decimals and measurement and things like that. I'm like, man, I'm just enjoying it. So yeah, now I'm going to be running my year 10 numeracy group classes at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, so just giving you a heads up, it's you'll probably find it a bit boring, but especially for some of you guys who are doing like calculus and year 12 maths. Cool. Friction, if you don't have any other questions, I might actually call it early night, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Yeah, Friction, I'm gonna do it on YouTube. It's just like there's a lot of year 10 students out there, you know, yeah, who need some help. So and I've got a few friends of mine, they've got kids and they're like, oh, can you just run some tutorials? And I'm like, yeah, sure, man, I'll do it. Yeah, actually, good point, Alan. Just for you guys, I would actually say yeah, just stay safe and just kind of take things one day at a time. All right, but make sure you guys get plenty of rest as well. I know a lot of you, it's quite impressive to see this many people sitting here on the first day of this, but this is day one, and yeah, let's see what's happening. But apart from that, I just want to say yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow, and thank you for joining, and you get the rest. See you guys.